Welcome to Diva of Days of Our Lives podcast. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Be sure to like us, follow us, download us, whatever. I'm Marianne, and you can find me at mama_hooch on X. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. We have Jen with us tonight. Hi, Jen.
Hey, I'm at REXJDK at Twitter.
We have the Diva Carrie.
Hi, I'm on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. Our Facebook page is Diva Days of Our Lives. Instagram is Diva_of_DOOL. And yes, you can see us live on our YouTube page, Facebook page, and Twitter.
Okay. So we had a big week. We have a big week this week.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get it all in, but yeah, there was a lot going on with the celebration of the Dr. Tom Horton Free Clinic. Also the honoring of John Black for his donation to the clinic, and all kinds of other little stories going on. And we also had a lot of flashbacks of people telling stories. So I guess we'll start with the people that came back. On the Horton side, see if I got these all right. We had Marie coming back, Lucas, Will, Mike, Stephen. And on the Brady side, I guess you could say, Black side, we had Sami coming back. Paul was back, and with Andrew. Eric came back. We also had Lani and Eli come back. I think I got them all, the ones that came back. So it started out, I think, beginning of the week was Tate and Holly were doing a documentary for an article for their class for this gala coming up. So they wanted to interview some of the Hortons. So they came to the Horton house to interview Julie and Marie. So they were telling a few stories of the history of the Tom and Alice. They kind of explained it was Tom married Alice Grayson, and they gave the years that they got married and that they had 5 children, and he was the chief of staff. And they kind of told the story, went and told stories about each of the children they mentioned. And they told the story, which this was probably on in the beginning, in the late 60s, of Marie and Tommy. She fell in love, and I forget what his name was.
Martin.
There you go. Martin goes, okay. Is that what his name was? Okay. And they were all planning to get married. And I don't know, maybe Jen remembers, but I know it was really her brother, Tommy. But how did they come to find out? Did Tom find out? Do you remember?
Well, I wasn't alive then, but I think
I was,
Tom
but I
did find
forget.
out.
Okay. Well, anyway, somehow they found out it was actually her brother Tommy, who was, I think, declared dead in the war.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I guess another one of those change your faces. He looked completely different.
Yeah.
But it ended up being him. So, of course, no engagement, a wedding for her. And then they explained later that she did run off to become a nun. I don't know if it was because of that reason or if there was something else that happened. I don't know. But then later she got involved with Alex Marshall, and that's when she had Jessica, which is her daughter, and then Nick Fallon is Jessica's son. So Jessica wasn't there. I think she's supposedly still alive, but Nick's dead. So, right?
We think he is.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to ask, did Tommy ever have any kids?
Yeah, Sandy.
Okay.
Tommy and Kitty. Her name was Kitty. That's who his wife was. I don't know if she was a nurse. I mean, this really goes back. Jen, didn't they have Sandy Horton on? She's a doctor too, and she was on for a little bit back in the day. You don't remember that? But they don't talk much about her, and whether she has kids or not, I don't know. Yeah. But she was also a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then they talked about Addie, which Tommy and Addie were twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were twins. So, and Addie married Ben Olson, and they had Julie and Stephen. Yes. And then Julie fell in love with Doug, who was a bad guy at the beginning. He was a con man. And then for some reason they broke up, and he ends up marrying her mother, Addie. And then they have Hope. And then Addie gets sick, and she had Hope in a stroller, and a car was coming towards them. Somehow she pushed the stroller out of the way and got in front of the stroller or whatever. Anyway, the car hit her. She was killed. And so then Julie eventually gets back together with Doug, and they raise Hope. So Hope is her half-sister and stepmother.
Yeah.
That confused the crap out of me. Like
a lot of people.
I didn't realize that until I was an adult, and I'm like, so I just thought Julie was her stepmother, and then it kind
Uh-huh.
of brought up it was her sister. But if Julie
Right.
raised her since she was a baby, that's kind of weird that you're the woman who raised you as a baby that you're just calling her Julie. Like it, I don't know. It just
Really.
it's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay. Who is David Banning?
That's Julie's son.
Julie's son.
Who
So
was
Scotty was her grandson.
and Scotty is David's, yes, grandson. Just
Okay.
like and I'm not even sure who the mother is there. And then of course David married, like that's where Valerie Grant came in, and that's where Eli comes in.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So
there is another grandson, Scotty. That's the guy from General Hospital.
yeah,
Rick first, yeah.
Rick Hurst.
Rick Hurst. Yeah, he played. Now, yeah, he wasn't there. They have that Scotty character hasn't been back on the show for a long time.
Eons.
Yes. So that's
So
that's Julie's history there.
all right, Valerie's not his mother then.
Is not
Scotty's mother.
Scotty's. I don't think so. Now that I know she's Eli. Eli and David. I mean, David and Valerie had Eli,
Okay.
but I don't think they had Scotty. But it's David's son. They
Okay.
never really. I'd have to really go back and research that a little more. But I had a laugh at the look on Tate and Holly's face. If they thought it was complicated now, like that really happened. And if you think about it, for the time back there, they had some pretty controversial subjects back then that they could
Yeah.
get away with it more. But yeah, even that was wild. And then so they were telling this story, and then we're coming to like talking about Bill and Laura, and of course like Jeremy's there, and Jeremy comes and he's there, but they didn't really with Tate and Holly there. They really didn't go into it until Tate and Holly left, if I'm remembering
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah.
And they told the story of Bill and Laura. The way it was is Bill was with Laura, but somehow he went away. I don't know if he was gone for a while, and that's how she got involved with Mickey.
Yep.
And then she was married to Mickey, and Bill came back, and he flew into a rage.
And he raped her.
He raped Laura, and they were telling Jeremy that story, and here Jeremy never, like Mike never told him.
Mm.
So it came as a shock to him. And I think
Yeah.
they kind of assumed that he knew.
Yeah.
And they don't even use the word, they didn't even use the word rape. They just used he forced himself.
Yeah.
That's what they said. But I'm glad that they did bring that story, and it did not go over that storyline. It's a storyline.
They didn't whitewash it.
Right. And then eventually they got married, and then that's when they had Jennifer. And then they even mentioned Lucas.
Yep.
Bill Horton also had Lucas with Kate.
Yeah.
So that's where Lucas came in as a Horton. And then Tom Horton, that's how they thought it for how many years that Mike into adulthood, they really dragged that one out, or they changed it. That he believed, he believed he was Mickey's son. Everybody believed until I guess somehow somebody got hurt. I think he did.
Mike.
Did Mike get hurt? All right.
Mike was hit by a car. They
Right.
just showed the scene where Mickey found out.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. They showed that. Yeah. And a lot of flashbacks in the meantime, even the ones with, we saw Addie and Jolie talking. That was a flashback for that story. They even showed Tommy. They showed that. That was a flashback.
Mm.
So they showed all those flashbacks. Bill and Laura
Mm-hmm.
talking to, yeah. So yeah, it was nice to see all those. I remember Laura and Bill and Mickey and Maggie and like Carrie has I don't know if you wanted to talk about that. They showed the old how when he first met her at the cabin, and then the shoes. Did you want to?
Yeah, I
about-
didn't. Yeah, I wasn't old enough to see that episode, but they've shown this flashback a lot that Mickey
Mhm.
gave her the red shoes, and the story behind it too was Suzanne Rogers was a Rockette, so the red shoes kind of like a tribute to her being a Rockette. So yeah, but we've seen that a lot. And I think there was one scene. It was cringe. It was so bad. John Angle was playing Mickey, and Maggie and Bonnie were fighting over Mickey, and they actually made her wear the red shoes and like a nightgown or something and try to seduce Mickey. Oh, it was so cringe.
Yeah.
But
Now they
yeah,
didn't do that in the flashback, did they? But that was
no,
another.
thank
No,
God.
I remember when it was on. Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was Mickey trying to inspire Maggie and giving her hope that she'll walk again and dance again. So that was
Yes.
the scene.
Okay.
You
So-
know, he was a great Edward Quartermain, but he did not fit Mickey.
No, that wasn't a good one.
No, he did not fit Mickey.
Oh, I did see John Angle last week. Rewatched a movie, Heathers, which is one of my all-time favorite
Wow.
movies. Yeah, and John Angle played, I believe he was the principal at the school in Heathers. But if anybody's never seen Heathers, watch it. I loved it. It's a dark comedy, it is a cult classic, and Doc told me made it into a musical on Broadway. So yes, check out Heathers. Check out. I mean, there's Christian Slater's Winona Ryder. Shannon Doherty, there's
Yeah.
it's highly,
Yeah,
highly
I've never heard of it. All right. So so that was some of the history that they did for when Holly and Tate were there. Okay, so yes. Oh, and I said some of the all the people that were there. Is there anybody that you think that should have been there that wasn't there? Like Hope?
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Hope. Hope is the
Yeah.
main one that should have been there.
Yeah.
I would
And
say
Carrie for
Yes.
John.
Sean
Carrie
Brady
should
should have been there.
definitely.
Where was Carrie? That's my question.
Yeah. Even Sierra should have been there. Yeah. So they could have
I
even
want
brought Ben along too,
yeah.
Ugh,
I wanna see,
No.
Noah. Just
nope,
one,
Yeah,
you
we've
know?
never seen Noah.
never seen Noah.
No, never seen Noah.
Yeah, I do not
So
understand the reasoning behind why Bo and Hope were not there. That made no sense.
they couldn't get you would think that they would try to find time in their schedules to get them in somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem was there.
Well, for what Peter tweets a lot, and I got the impression he was interested. He would have done it, but
Wasn't
I
asked. Didn't
Jeez.
want to spend the money. I don't know. I'm thinking them two
They
would
may
probably
have
cost
done it
more.
for free, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it only would have been a couple episodes or a couple of weeks. Come on, it wouldn't have cost that much,
Yeah.
But I was under the impression they were not asked. So.
Yeah. In fact, Hope should have been one of the ones giving a speech,
You
basically.
would think.
Yeah. So with this whole free clinic thing, they had like a 2-day thing where on the first day, I guess there was not enough room in the Horton Town Square to have everybody there to honor John Black and Dr. Tom Horton. So we had to split them up. It's kind of like when you have a wedding and say, okay, we'll have you seating one and seating two. Like you don't do that. But anyway, what did you think about the Horton Town Square being the place for the gala instead of a big ballroom or no? I mean, I get it, the Horton Town Square because it's named after.
Yeah.
It would
I
be
thought
nice to have it outside, but
Well,
it
I've
wasn't
been
big enough.
yeah, I was complaining for 15 years that we don't have galas anymore. We finally got one, and everybody was dressed appropriately. I mean, I didn't like what Marlena was wearing, but that's just her.
Well, I've heard, yeah, you're not the only one I've heard. Why didn't she have a gown on? Why does she have pants on? Well, I think Maggie had pantsuit on too. I don't think Maggie had a dress. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I'm not saying people have to wear a dress, but she was dressed down for the occasion. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's just,
Could
I
have been
mean,
more sparkly, maybe.
and
I don't know.
Deeja's dressing like that in real life. So, I mean, she was dressed down even for the 60th anniversary party last weekend. So that's kind of
Mhm.
just what she wears. Like Mary Beth, that's how Mary Beth dresses in real life. The way Kayla dresses, that's her style.
Speaking of the fashion, yes. What did you think of the dress, Kayla?
It was, it was Kayla, you know.
It was like an old it was like a wraparound dress. It was like an everyday dress. I didn't think it was fancy or I don't know, just didn't like it. But I guess that she does wear that. That's the style she
That's
wears.
her style.
Yeah. But then there are some other dresses she wears that are cute, but I didn't like that one. Didn't think it was too dressy. I thought Holly and Ari looked nice.
Yes, yes.
And their sparkly blue and pink.
I thought Sammy was dressed a little down too. I think she would have worn something a little bit more. I mean, you know how Sammy is. She would have wore something a little bit more, attention seeking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that I saw that dress before though? Did she wear that dress some other time? It looked familiar to me.
Yeah, I can
I
see
don't
that.
know.
But yeah, the girls look great. Ari and Holly look great. I liked Jennifer's outfit too. She looked pretty.
Yeah, and I guess Sarah, did she just basically have a white gown on? I think it was white. Nothing to Sarah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Of course, the guys just had tuxes and stuff. I mean, Julie always looks nice, and Julie wears the same. But when she wears it, those pants outfits with those long jackets, and then she has all kinds of. I mean, she always looks good.
Marie? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she was.
Marie, yeah, she has same kind of an outfit, Marie. So we had the first night was John Black. So it was only the John Black people that were there for John Black. And Patch was there for the Hortons, but he wasn't there for John Black, which I did not get that.
I didn't get.
because since John has passed away, they shown Steve going through a hard, you know what I mean? He was his partner. He keeps his picture there, but he wasn't at his dedication, but he was there for Tom Horton, which he should have been there for both. And there was a lot of people that mostly everybody really should have been there for both, but I know they can't. Because somebody was saying they can't have so many cast members at one time. That just doesn't happen anymore. Where like the whole cast is on at the same time. I don't know. But anyway, so we had a lot of speeches, and as a tearjerker, I was crying. Yes, everyone was talking, but it gets down to we had Belle talk. We had Belle, we had Brady, Paul, and Marlena. Were those the four that talked for John? Of course, EJ was there and introduced them. Anybody's speech stand out?
My question is, where was Sean?
Sean, yes, he should have been there. Yeah. Well, was he? He wasn't there for the Hortons though either, huh?
As I was saying,
He wasn't there at all.
He
Yeah.
hasn't been there in weeks.
Now Abe was there for John, but I thought maybe Abe should have talked too, but
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah. Sean is on next week, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with scheduling in real life too. Could be. I don't know. It's just the ones you think that should have been there. I just think the one that stood out was Steve, especially should have been there for John, and maybe even spoke. I thought,
Yeah.
He should have. So basically, it was his family. I like Brady's speech, and he kind of referenced Marlena. Because when Brady first came on, of course, it was Kyle that played Brady, and he was a brat. And he just gave Marlena the hardest time, and more or less, he was talking about Isabella. Oh, and they showed Isabella and John Black.
Yeah.
And the really sad part was, and that Isabella passed away from pancreatic cancer, and so did Drake, which was that parallels. Yes, yeah. So they showed that, like Brady said, he never knew his mother, but he couldn't have asked for a better mother in Marlena. So I thought that was good.
Yeah. And Tuesday, I lost my ex-coworker to pancreatic cancer. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was the fourth person I know that died of pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, that's one of the worst incurable.
Almost
incurable.
What I mean? And
once you have it, yeah.
Once you have symptoms, it's so hard to treat because it just grows out of control so quickly. And I know someone who tested negative in the blood work, no cancer. They said no, it's your gallbladder, and they went to remove her gallbladder, and they found the cancer was already intertwined in all the organs. But it's so weird because the blood work said she had no cancer. So I don't understand. We need better testing for pancreatic cancer.
I was going to say, is there testing for
all
it?
cancer?
Is it just a blood test?
Yeah, it was
no pre-test.
Yeah, the blood test. But the problem is pancreatic cancer can replicate a gallbladder attack. So, but they did test for cancer, and she was negative. But yeah, sometimes the pancreas the cancer is affecting the gallbladder, and yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, like I said, by the time they figure out you have it, it's seriously, even with treatment, you only have a few months, maybe 6 to 9 months at the most. Yeah, and it's just terrible, and they do need to figure out a way to diagnose people a lot faster so they can treat it faster.
Yeah, so that was a sad thing, and. Okay, Paul, he talked about meeting his dad later in life and all that. And I can't remember what old Belle said. And Marlena, they did show John and Marlena flashbacks where he gave her a bracelet, some kind of a bracelet, I guess. I think it had like for Belle and Brady, different thing. And then Marlena kind of, was that right after John's thing? She had the problem. She says, oh, you might have to call a doctor, get me to the hospital, whether she's having a heart attack. It looked like she was. I mean, she was holding her and she knew something was wrong. So that's where she's at now in the hospital. We haven't really found out what's happened to her. So, yeah. And when I was first starting to watch it on Thursday, I was wondering, okay, where's all the Hortons but then EJ made the announcement, there'll be an intermission or whatever, and then we'll, dedicate the clinic. So that actually happened the next day on Friday. And that's where all the Hortons came in. So when the Hortons come back, I don't think the first one we saw was Lucas. Was he the first one? And him and Kate. I was going to have Anna talk about that. But I don't know, Carrie, do you want to talk? But she's not here. So did you want to talk about Lucas and Kate?
Yeah, Anna had a previous engagement tonight. So yes, figures because we had Kate update and she's not here for it. Yes, so Kate and Lucas were talking, And honestly, I don't remember too much about it, but I do remember that Philip came in. So
Mhm.
I was like, "Oh, yay, she's got 2 of her sons in there," but then Kate got up and left.
Yeah.
And so, Philip tells Lucas, "Okay, don't tell mom, but yeah, Xander beat me up within an inch of my life."
Oof.
But somehow we know Kate's gonna find out. I don't know
I
how,
know.
but she's gonna find out. So, yeah.
Nice for her to have one of her sons back. I was kinda surprised Carrie and Austin weren't back too, but
Uh,
we could
Yeah.
have but that was pretty much it. I don't remember I mean, it was the usual snarky Kate and Lucas conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then while he's talking to Philip, he somehow brings up Sammy, and who walks in the door is Sammy. I don't know. I don't know, Jen, did you wanna I mean, you're a you like Sammy and Lucas, right?
Lucas is the only match I've ever liked Sami with.
Okay. And they seemed good together. They kind of like I don't know if she's forgiven him. He keeps apologizing and like she says, "Yeah, you should." And I don't know if she's kind of completely forgiven him. But did we have a flashback there too when they were real young? I think I remember. Did they have
Yeah,
a flashback?
I didn't make it up to that point.
Okay, so they were kind of. She was. and she's flashing her ring. Sammy got engaged, and here we find out she's in a Vitale. She's in Ava's cousin Dante. So one of her over in Italy, one of her Italian cousins. So she has to bring that up. She has to go visit all her exes.
Ugh.
Yeah. So started with Lucas.
Seriously, did she really expect any of them to be jealous? Marlena even said, "You guys have been together for 2 months."
Yeah.
And
And
she's gonna marry
everybody's warning her. Yeah. Be
she's
careful.
Yeah.
marrying another guy who's Italian, whose family's in the mob. I
Yes.
mean,
Sami fits right in.
And she already married a guy that's Italian and in a mob. She went through that
yeah,
with EJ.
Yeah. Whose
yes,
father took her father away for years.
right.
Yeah.
And she's doing the Sarah thing where she's expecting her fiancé to be a good guy instead of just saying, "Okay, he's an Italian in the mob. I'm just gonna be a mob wife."
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she's gonna pretend he's an angel.
Yeah.
And then of course she did see Marlena and talked to Marlena. She saw Eric. Oh, Eric's back. Eric was back. He came in.
Not long enough though. I mean, what the hell?
No, we didn't see too much of him. What he talked to Sammy. Did he talk to his dad? Was Roman there? We had Roman, right? Roman came.
Yeah, I think we did it a little bit, yeah.
Is that who he was with? I didn't see him with Kate, but I think he talked to Eric. He was talking to somebody. I can't remember what that was about. Oh, and there's a little bit mention of Nicole. She was wondering if Nicole was there or something. That would have been interesting
Yes,
if Nicole came back.
the
How
Sammy
it was going.
right, the Sammy
Ugh.
Yes. And Eric alluded to some kind of problem, but they seem to have worked it out or something,
Probably didn't want to be in the same room together.
I guess.
yeah,
And then we did see Eric with Holly a little bit.
yeah, that was nice, yeah.
I did see that. Who else? Let's see. Okay. Oh, Will. Will came back. So we saw Will with Marlena. He looked a little different. His hair's a little darker. He used to have the
Mhm.
really blonde hair. Same. He had a little bit. So, and he had scenes with Marlena.
He still doesn't seem old enough to be Ari's father, though.
No.
When he's always father. And I had to stop and think. It's just like, do you find yourself stopping and thinking when they're all talking to each other? Like, okay, how they related? I have to think. Yeah, that's so Will and then Ari. And then so that makes, yeah, Marlene is a great grandmother,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, she's a great grandma. Okay. And Sammy's the grandmother. Oh, and then she was taking, oh, and then Johnny and Chanel came in with little T, Trey, Tesoro. Sammy's there about all her grandkids are there. So she has well, I guess she has three, right? Will, because Allie
Will
has
just one.
Henry, and now Johnny has one, and Will has one. So
And
Sammy has
Allie
three.
has one.
And Allie, yeah. So that's three, right? Yeah. So, and no mention of Sydney. Sydney was nowhere. Sydney never comes back.
No.
All the kids are, see all the Sammy's kids, but not
Sydney.
Sydney. Yeah.
I gotta say, too, I don't like the name Trey.
No.
You don't like Trey?
I rather they kept Tesoro over Trey.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
cute.
yeah, I thought they might because I don't know how old that baby is, but wasn't he kind of old enough to start his name? I don't know. I guess they was only supposed to be a month or so old or something, maybe. I don't know.
The baby was born in
or
July,
older?
4 months
Okay,
old.
so he'd be old enough to start recognizing his name, I would think, but
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think
4
so
months?
too. He's not the third. He's John Paul DiMera.
Right.
So
It's not the same middle
Johnny,
name.
yeah, Johnny is John Roman,
John
I
Roman.
believe. Yeah, and then John is John Black. So there's
John
no
didn't we don't
third.
know John Black's middle name. He was just John Black.
Yeah, there's no second, let alone a third. Why do we have a third?
And John Black was like forced Alamein, and he was who else was he? He
He
was a
was
Brady.
Romulus.
Yeah,
Was he a Thibodeau or
a
something like that?
Thibodeau. His dad, his real name, his biological father's supposedly Thibodeau, and then before that, we thought it was that other guy or something, but the one that
Oh,
was supposed
yeah.
to be Paul's father. Yes, that creepy
Dick
guy.
Van Dyke.
Yeah, so
I just turned 100, by the way, so happy
yeah,
birthday.
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, it's John. So it's Trey for 3, I guess, is what they. Yeah, it's kind of. I don't know what writer thought that one up, but I don't know. So that's. So we had all these different conversations going on with all these different family members, which I
Mhm.
thought. So we going to say something, Carrie?
Is it me or does Mike look very different than last time he was on?
Looks older, a little older, yeah.
He
But
still looked good. I thought he still looked good, you
yeah,
know?
and I noticed when he was having a conversation with Jeremy, they kind of look like they could be really father and son. They kind of have
Yeah.
the same look.
Mhm.
So they were
Maybe
like
they dyed his hair.
it's
I
kinda
don't know.
great, yeah, and speaking of my core, and then there's talk about you were saying about Ivy. He was in a relationship with Ivy that had the same last name as Liam.
Mhm.
So, are they gonna do you think they're gonna make this a son of Mike Horton? Does he think he's gonna end up being a Horton?
Hmm. I
I
Did
don't
don't
did
see
did Mike ever sleep with Ivy? For some reason, that one story I'm not remembering. I remember
remember
Robin,
Mike and Ivy. I
oh,
remember Ivy
mhm.
and Pete.
Ivy and
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, I mean, there must be a
just
reason
wondering.
why they had his name, but did we really need another son of Mike Horton? I mean,
No.
Mike's a show. Yeah, it's weird. I don't
He's not even
understand.
on. It's or do we need another Horton? Maybe they figure we need another Horton. Okay, so then that conversation was going on. Oh, and then I said about Sammy. She's back. Well, she talked to Lucas. Now she talked to EJ. And I kind of like the. I don't know. Wasn't too much. Not the same chemistry she had with James Scott, but I just kind of like how this EJ kind of played it. I don't know, but she had to rub it in his face too. So what did you guys think about that? Did you see anything between them? You know who I saw the most chemistry with? Rafe and Sammy. Did you
Yeah.
yeah,
No, she
the
just slept with
that
him a month
playfulness,
ago.
kind of a
Yeah.
playful
Actually, with man, maybe 4 months ago she slept with him. Yeah,
Well, at least she didn't come back with another kid.
well,
that's
yeah,
true.
that was saying about her coming back pregnant, yeah, because, yeah, Ra and then she did talk to Rafe too,
They
so
actually showed Rafe and Sammy flashback, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, Galen looks so young in that
oh, yeah, did
clip."
you see that in the safe house? Yes.
Yeah, like, damn, he looked good.
Yeah, he did, yeah, he is a very good looking man.
Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Yes.
I mean, I've seen him in person, and he's very attractive. Yeah. So, but so anyway, so she talked to all her exes, and she then I think it was after John she left. After John's, she had to go right away. She told everybody goodbye and had to leave. And I don't know, Eric. I guess did Eric leave right away? We didn't see much more from Eric. I don't think.
I think he's on next week.
Is he still on? Is he still there in town?
Yeah, and there's a scene next week too. It's actually EJ, Rafe, and Lucas are in a scene together
Oh,
talking about
okay.
the movie.
Oh, okay. And then we saw this like Jen, Jen and Mike and Lucas together. Oh, and speaking of Jen,
Ugh.
who wants to, like, wring her neck? Like and
Ugh.
I hate how they're writing her. This doesn't seem like Jen to me, but anyway, maybe it is. She's going after custody I mean, for Thomas and Charlotte, which even Lucas warned her. I don't know if there was a conversation between those 2.
Yeah.
Lucas, warned her about that because the whole yes, I guess he meant the whole Sammy Austin thing
Yep.
and Will.
Yeah. Yeah, he warned her 'cause he, was doing extreme things to keep Will and Sammy apart, but Sammy was doing the same thing to him. He was warning her not to get in a custody battle with Chad, which was good of
But Jack seems to be on board. I guess Mike, I don't know. Mike kind of was, he didn't really say one way or the other. I don't know where he stands. I don't know. But he's gonna support her, of course, I guess. But no, I mean, what like, Chad really didn't do anything wrong. That was Thomas. He ran out. And Jen and they both know that he's gonna run into her. He's gonna run into her.
Yeah.
It just seems like that every time they run into each other, they're, like, hugging. You gotta stop. I guess you gotta stop that. But
Yeah.
it was because her mom was I guess her mom's getting dementia, so he was comforting her. But you can't that's not grounds for, like, him being negligent, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like seeing custody battles on soaps. I mean, the
Yeah.
most
Not for
the
something like that. It's different
yeah,
if there's abuse or really known abuse
Yeah.
but
yeah.
he's not, and Jen knows that.
Yep. The only way a kid should be kept away from their parent is if the parent's abusing them.
Yeah. So, but, they need a story,
Yeah.
why they're doing it, I guess. I don't know. I don't
Like,
really
there's
know.
something better they can give Jennifer and Chad. I mean, come on. It's
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, you did mention, Mike they showed Mike and Carrie where she got the pen. Is that when
Oh.
they were together? Or is that when they were they together at that time? Because she had an affair, right?
Yeah, kind of fair.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think, do we miss any other flashbacks? I know when they were talking about oh, okay, then we had Dr. Horton, and we had, like, I think Sarah talk, and Mike, and Jen, and I think Kayla, Julie, Marie. There's a lot of different speeches, small speeches, and Marie kinda told the history of it a little bit.
And Marie Cheatham played a
Mhm.
nun this week on another show.
Well, I did see that. I did see a picture of that. I don't what show was it? I did see that. Yeah,
I
'cause she
can't remember, but she posted it on Facebook,
yeah,
and I left a
she's
comment
funny.
on her page with like, "I'm afraid you're getting typecast as a nun."
I remember the storyline of her and Alex Marshall. They were in a plane accident. So, I mean, I really just kinda had, like, a little crush on Quinn Rediker. I liked Alex, and I liked the whole Alex and Marie thing. They were stranded in a snowstorm on a plane, but they ended up breaking up after a long but she did have Jessica, so I do
Yeah.
remember that storyline with Marie and Alex, Marshall.
Yeah. I basically remember Quinn Rediker as Rex Sterling.
Mm,
Oh.
I see, yeah. I must remember him as Alex, and yeah, he was fantastic.
Alex and Marshall with the whole Animir designs and when they were all
Yeah.
doing that. That's when that was good then.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of the way they ditch Anna.
Yeah, this Anna has not been around. I mean, they're using Tony as the whole thing with the DiMera Kuriakis battle and him trying to
Yeah.
save DiMera and then giving it to Theo. Then we have so other than him, Anna calling, I guess we go on to Anna calling EJ and saying that Tony was missing.
Yeah.
But then he
The way
said,
they
"Oh, he was."
talk about her.
Yeah, they just talk about her. Like, why didn't they? She should be on more. So he's missing, and they said because his meeting went long. Well, when Theo was talking to the person over there in Greece, no, their meeting didn't go long. He should have made the ship. And then they said, well, he's going to pick it up in Athens. So then DJ gets another call that no, he never made it to Athens. So he is officially missing. So we'll get to that after we talk more because that was kind of the cliffhanger for Friday.
Yeah, but the way they talk about her, like the DiMeras, I'd miss it too if I were married to her.
Oh, heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is kind of funny because, yeah,
I mean,
I
she's a
like,
character. She's not like nasty or mean or a bitch. I
Yeah.
mean, she's a
no,
handful, but
she's
in
a
a good
handful,
way.
Just like
meaning,
Yeah.
I don't blame, like DJ goes, I don't blame Tony or something. Yeah. But Tony's just so used to her, so
yeah.
Yeah, he likes her being a handful, and he's a handful too.
he's
So
a handful
Yeah.
too. Yeah. And that's their whole, that's their whole thing. Fighting is their whole thing. That was their whole thing back in the 80s. That's all they did was fight and make up, fight and make up. That's what they
yeah,
did. Yeah. So is there anything more on the Horton thing that we can talk about? I know Kayla talked, Jen talked, basically honoring Tom Horton. I know Stephen came back too. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought it was really well done. I thought they
Yeah.
did a great job honoring John and Tom. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, with everybody that did their speeches and stuff and all the people that came back. And there's a little conversation between Stephen and Jolie. She was wearing her necklace. Jolie was wearing the necklace and Stephen commented, she's apologizing to him that I ever thought that you'd take that necklace. And I think he kind of understood where she was coming from. So All was forgiven. But he
Yeah,
wasn't on very much either.
Yeah.
I think that was the only
mm-mm.
conversation was between him and Jolie.
I see him, I see Cass.
Yeah.
But he looks like he hasn't aged at all. It's freaking me out. He looks so good. And
Yeah,
they
I
did
have that picture of him there, and yeah, he's like laughing or something. So, oh yeah, he does look good.
yeah, and they talked about Doug the Third and actually were
Yeah.
nice about him. Yeah.
So
Actually, I was
yeah,
surprised they talked about him so much, but yeah, something about paying her back and yeah.
and that Robin, I didn't realize that Robin and Leclerc that's her uncle, which that would be Doug the Third's grandfather, right? Yeah, because he took little Dougie in. And Doug was. It's so that's complicated too. I had to think about that.
Yeah.
He gave him to, was his name Robert Leclerc? What was his name in there? Leclerc is what I always remember his last name. I remember him
So
on
is
Hogan's Heroes too. That's who I remember him. He played
so
on
Doug the
Hogan's
Third
Heroes.
and Jeremy are related then
Doug
because
the
of
Third.
Robin
Yeah, I guess. Well, in a way, or by
in a way.
marriage. That's her uncle. I don't know if it's uncle on her father's side or an uncle on her mother's side. So really, probably not. No.
By marriage, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and then we had conversation with Maggie and Philip. She's telling Philip she had to take a loan out she took a loan out and put the estate up as collateral. So if it goes under, they're going to lose everything. And Philip's all upset about that.
That'd be
Was
interesting.
that Julie or was that Kate?
What's that?
Who took the loan out?
Maggie did.
Maggie.
Maggie. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Maggie. That's the whole
Okay.
thing, remember? Because once DiMera split, they said they would, no, they're going to be
Yeah.
they don't have the income or whatever.
Capital.
Although I thought I guess Titan's the only thing that's going good was Stephanie's book. Was there
Yeah.
anything about Stephanie and did we do anything with her with the book earlier in the week? I don't, and
Susan.
Yeah, Susan.
warning her
Yeah,
again?
Susan did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because most of the stuff was the gala and everything, and there's all these other little
Yeah.
things in between. And then we see Gwen. She was all dressed to go, but then she had to go meet.
Yeah, they need to stop using Gwen as a minion. I mean,
Yeah.
Marianne's frozen up, so but yeah, they're making her like an assistant to Rita practically. I mean, poor Rita's always in charge of moving the bodies. At least Gwen's a little younger, maybe Gwen
Yeah.
can help her out a little bit. But I mean, it cracks me up. Gwen doesn't put up a fight. Yeah, why can't you say, yeah, I'm not doing that shit? I'm not gonna get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
But she looked nice too.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
liked how Susan spoke to Rachel.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, Rachel need to be put in her place. I think
Yeah.
yeah, I think, even EJ said something to Rachel and told her, I know what you've been talking to Thomas and you need to stop. Yeah, so that was nice of EJ. He didn't have to get involved, but yeah, that was good that he stepped in there and because, Brady, I mean, he really didn't do that much to punish her other than threaten to not let her see her mom.
Yeah. No phone.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but, I guess we'll talk about the end. Hopefully, Marianne gets back on here. But yes, so they had a big box in the room, and then something happened, and Kristen had a blindfold on, kind of got shoved in the room, and then Tony goes over and takes off her blindfold. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I was waiting for Marianne to come on because we know someone's behind all that, and I'm seeing that people are finally cryptically posting stuff online who's behind a lot of this stuff. Let me get Marianne on. So I don't know if she wants to spoil that or not.
Okay.
I don't know. Now we can't see you, but I can hear you.
I can see her.
You can see her?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just went poof, nothing.
Yeah,
Did I drop? Must have dropped.
you froze off, and then I thought you hung up, but you must have dropped.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
dropped and I just went back out and came back in.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh, the shipment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who's in the box or what's in the box? Any ideas? Any theories? Have you heard any theories? Abigail, have you heard that one?
No, but it cracked me up. Did you see the movie Seven?
No, I've heard
No.
of it.
I can't spoil the ending.
7?
Yeah, with Brad Pitt and
Don't
Kevin
matter. I don't know if I'll ever
Spacey.
see it.
God, it's so good. Well, at the end of the movie, there's a box that gets delivered, and Morgan Freeman looked in the box and he's freaked out, and they're there with Kevin Spacey, and Brad Pitt has the gun on Kevin Spacey, who is a serial killer.
Oh, okay.
And Brad Pitt keeps saying, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" And Kevin Spacey says her pretty little head, and it's Gwyneth Paltrow's head,
Oh, God.
who played Brad Pitt's wife in the movie. So,
Okay.
Oh.
what's in the box? Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's pretty. If you type that in as a GIF, it will pop up.
what's in the box? Okay, because that's what everyone's saying. What's in the box?
This Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay. Well, I'm hearing Abigail. I'm hearing Dimitri. I was hearing Tony. Everybody's or Stefano, and they're going to make Tony Stefano. So everybody has their theories. I just wondered.
There's people are kind of spoiling some stuff on Twitter. Yeah.
And also, speaking of whoever it is in there, I'm not going to say, but there's also, we had the cliffhanger on Friday that Paulina got a message saying that Kristen escaped from prison. So we see Kristen thrown into the DiMera crypt. She has a blindfold on, and you see somebody coming around, a man's hand come and takes off the blindfold, and she turns around. She's like, "Oh, Tony!" And then you see Tony standing there in his white pants and tennis shoes. Looks like he was just on vacation somewhere. He's just standing there, and he looks a bit confused. He looks a bit haggard and confused. So everyone thinks Tony kidnapped her. I don't know. Looks like Tony's a victim himself,
Yeah.
and they're both kidnapped together, is my theory.
Maybe Andre's behind it.
And people are also saying that they were switched, and that's really Andre in the box, and that's Tony. That really is Tony because they switched them, and they're going to replace Andre, make him Tony. I don't know. There's all
But wouldn't you switch Tony to Andre in Greece? Just kidnap
Yes.
Tony and wouldn't that be easier and just have Andre board the
Yes.
boat? That would have made more sense.
Yes.
That would have been a lot easier than now everybody knows Tony's kidnapped. That's, kind of
Or was it Andre who was kidnapped?
Everyone thinks that's Andre. It's just like writers, everybody think of it. But then some are like, so who's behind this? Is the kidnapping and Kristen and Tony in the crypt related to what's in the box? And EJ and Gwen and all their whatever their experiment is with Dr. Rolfe and Mark Green. Is it all kind of tied together? And does it all have something to do with Stefano and the DiMeras? And there still could be a surprise. I still say there's still a surprise that people are not.
yes.
Oh God, could it be Megan?
It could be any DiMera. Yeah, there are some DiMeras out there that have not returned. We've got Stefan out there. We've got Megan. We've got Peter. Well, I guess Benji's dead. And who knows? Maybe Benji and what's her? Lexi. Who knows? But it could be another DiMera. I don't know. So, because they keep talking about Dimitri, they keep talking about Stefan, and so I don't know. It'll be interesting. So I've been seeing all kinds of stuff out on sites. Everybody has their opinion.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
have you seen?
Yeah,
seen
people were hinting not. I mean, yeah, we know there's going to be we could just say it. There's going to be a DiMera renaissance happening pretty soon.
Right.
Yeah,
The
they're
DiMeras
definitely
are on the comeback, or
yeah. There's be a lot of DiMeras coming back to Salem soon. So
yes, and that's right. And there is still Andre, and he's supposed to be dead too. They've never, resurrected him. And everybody wants to see Andre back. I like to see Andre. Andre's fun. Andre is more fun than Tony. Sorry, Tony, but
I love them both.
I like them both. Andre's more
He
fun.
can play two roles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Andre disturbs the peace, so that's always kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. All right. So but I don't know what happened. Oh, we have some other stuff with Kat. She's still trying to figure out what's going on in that room. And she runs into Leo, and Leo's still determined to find out what's going on. Of course, he doesn't know about Kat, so he doesn't know that she's working for the FBI. Oh, Eli's.
I didn't say.
Oh, Eli and Lani, too. They were back. So we had a little bit of them.
But the thing with Kat, though, she remembered EJ and Sami.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, she was there when Sami was trying to nurse EJ back to health from his.
And she was recovering in the same place. And she read him Wuthering Heights. And they both happened to pick the same book. Do you think they're trying to make a match with EJ and Kat?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I figured that when they had them post, well, they had them pose for pictures together with Chad. Made it look like it was a triangle.
Triangle. Yeah, because even though Billy Finn left, the character of Chad is still there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's probably where they're going with that. And yeah. And they're pushing Brady towards Sarah. And we did see previews. Something's going on with Sarah. Oh, Rachel overheard Will and Lucas talking. Or she overheard the thing about Will shooting EJ and Lucas covering.
Oh.
Remember, she overheard that. So I don't know if that's bringing back, or that'll start bringing back her memory shooting EJ.
Well, I pointed out on Twitter, I was going through EJ shootings, and he's been shot by 4 different people.
Clyde, Sami,
Will,
Will.
Rachel,
and Rachel. Okay.
4 times. He survived 4
And
times.
4 times. Oh, my.
Who made that? Was it Leo who made that comment? Yeah, EJ was a race car driver, and he was mayor, and yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a rapist.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah, so there's been, yeah, and Lani had a talk with Abe, like, she's on Theo's side, which, yeah, Abe is making too much out of that with Theo.
I don't think so. I mean, they got his wife
But
killed.
he's a father, I get it. I understand if it's your kid, he's worried about him. So, but for him to be mad at Paulina, I can see him, I don't think Paulina
Yeah.
didn't intentionally really do anything
No.
to encourage.
Yeah, I mean, it's his only, well, I guess it's not his only son, but yeah, it's his only child with Lexi. And,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's not like Theo's going in as a minion. I mean, he got handed CEO, so he is actually in charge and he's the boss. So that's,
Which
yeah.
still doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I would have liked to see Roman explain to Paulina more
Yeah.
about what went down.
But yeah, he was talking to Paulina about that, about all that the DiMeras have done to
Yeah.
the
To
Bradys
Abe.
over the year, and Abe,
To their
Yeah.
own.
and Lexi, because that was Andre, right? That was Andre,
Yeah.
Lexi, and
It's Andre's fault. Lexi's dead.
yeah, Lexi's the one that stayed. For her and Benji are the ones who have stayed dead, right?
Yeah.
At the DiMeras. Yeah, and I guess Leo is supposed to go looking for Dimitri, so I don't know when that's
Yeah.
going to start, or if that starts. Or well, let's see. I don't know. Did we cover? Trying to think. What was? Do you remember anything more in the previews for next week?
Yay. He got shot. He had a heart attack on General Hospital.
Oh, no.
Did anybody see Judy Evans with him on the 60th anniversary? She's really lost a lot of weight, and her hair. She has a really short haircut. Yeah. At first, I didn't recognize her. Didn't realize it was her. Yeah. She looks different, but yeah, look good.
Yeah, she looked great.
And anybody wants to look like the 60th anniversary interviews, when I saw them at first, weren't they good? But if you go to Dish and Days, theirs were a little better. They know the history better. Tony and the 2 other ones were interviewing them and it was just that as they were on the red carpet, they were just pulling them off. Those were pretty good. And it was just really the regular cast members, the ones that are on contract now.
Wow.
That's really the only ones that were at the anniversary party. They should have had more people there that were with the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't do the 60th too well this time.
No, it was not. No, I'm on the actual on Peacock. I mean, the actual, the episodes this week was very good, but
That was good. Yes, the show.
Yeah.
But I'm meaning celebrating
did-
the 60th. with
yeah, I
fans.
mean, as fans, why would we? Seriously, to me, I really don't watch red carpet interviews. Like if I do, I'd watch a clip. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit there and watch 2 hours of.
And they should have had a day of days for the
Yes,
6th. They should have had.
definitely.
That's where the fans can interact with yes,
And they should have had veteran actors invited to the
to the
day of days.
60th. Yes, none of them were welcome back. The ones that have been on for like years.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think everybody, people would want to meet Rourke or Ray Cheatham or I think
All of
Stephen.
them,
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
which is what they did on the 50th.
Yeah.
They asked a lot of people back. Almost all anybody that was on the show at one point
To
or
the
another
big party they had, pretty much every anybody who's ever appeared on Days
was invited to the 50th.
yeah. Oh, it was nice too because it was before I started watching the show. It was nice to see Susan Flannery as Laura. Because usually people think of Susan Slater, just think of Stephanie Forrester from The
Yeah,
Bold and
she's probably
Beautiful.
better known for
Really
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was basically the grande dame of Bold and Beautiful before she retired. So, but it
Yeah.
was nice, and man, she was stunning. She was such a beauty.
But
So,
yeah, they showed her in her young days back in when she was on Days.
yeah,
Yeah. I was looking at Maggie there, how young. And then they had her in pigtails. You see that there's a scene with her having the pigtails. Really young.
yeah,
I don't know. They've all aged very well, though. A lot of
Yeah.
these
mhm,
actors. All right. When Johnny and Chanel, they had a shower for Chanel. That was a
mhm.
little show.
Aw.
Didn't see any presents there, but didn't see much food there, but there was a shower, I guess.
And the spoiler of the video promo for next week, it looks like Brady's accusing Rachel of poisoning Sarah.
Oh my God.
I don't think she did it. Somebody did do it, but I don't think it was Rachel. Yeah, because that's known she has a food
Yeah,
allergy.
she likes Sarah. Yeah. Why would Rachel? So who's after Sarah?
Mm,
Could be
Uh-huh.
Kristen.
yeah, it
She's
could
in
be.
the crypt.
Uh,
Yeah.
How long would they be in the crypt?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, I don't know. She's yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
She has too good of a relationship with Sarah. I can't see
Yeah,
her.
that's what
Okay.
I think we covered most everything.
Yeah. So it was a good week, and if
It
anybody
was
hasn't
yeah, a
seen,
lot.
yeah, I would recommend going back and watching the episodes. They were really good.
Yeah. The whole week I think was good because it all
Mhm.
had centered
Yeah.
basically on the Hortons and a lot of flashbacks.
Mhm.
Kayla, we had flashback of Steve, how young. Come on,
And
Steve and
Kayla
Kayla.
had the 80s poof on the
Poof,
front.
yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
Stephanie being born. We saw that.
he was born. I think Sarah was born too. They
Yes.
showed her.
Oh yeah, Maggie. They showed Maggie in childbirth. Yeah.
Wait a second. Oh yeah, Sarah's Niels.
Nail.
Melissa was adopted.
Yeah,
Okay.
Melissa. Yeah,
Yeah,
Melissa was there. Where was Melissa at? She
I
wasn't
didn't
there.
realize Neil was an OBGYN. He actually delivered both babies. He delivered Stephanie and Sarah.
I think he was a doctor of all trades,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they
Kayla.
all did do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all yeah.
And he's the one who pregnated Maggie too.
Yep.
Yes. Jeez.
Wasn't it to save her from having a mobster's baby though?
And then she had, oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's how she
Yeah.
had Daniel too, right? She was impregnated with somebody. That's how she
Yeah.
had Daniel. And then Summer was a teenage or a pregnancy or not teenage or an early pregnancy. Can't forget Summer.
I wish we could.
No, I'm forgetting Summer, but
Yeah.
I wish
Maggie
we could
started
forget
having all
Daniel.
these kids. All of a sudden, Maggie started having kids, just like Stefano and then
well, and Kate,
Victor.
and Kate has a lot of kids too.
Kate has what 6 that we know of. So yeah, still haven't seen Cassie though.
Ooh.
Nope.
We got Rex back,
Yeah.
but no Cassie
Nope.
yet.
No Cassie.
No Cassie and no Sydney. Maybe they'll
Nope.
come back
And now
together.
Noah.
I
No,
know.
no.
That's the thing. There's Next Generation's right there. You have
Yeah.
Pocket Kiriakis. Yeah. And so that's Philip's child, and
Henry.
you won't see him. Yeah. Noah and yeah, there's a lot of kids
Okay.
that should be on screen.
Yeah.
Claire should
And
be on screen.
and Rex has a kid too, doesn't he?
But yeah,
Yeah.
Rex and
Yeah.
Mimi.
With me.
Emily?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Emily. Yeah. Rex and Mimi. Yeah. Mimi. I remember her. Bonnie. Yeah. And they did talk about Adrian a little bit. Steve and Jack had some conversations there. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of different conversations between every family member, different ones,
I
which
think
was
that
nice.
was I mean, I love Bonnie, but that was a mistake killing off Adrian. It served no purpose.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. I really thought she would come back or they would find out that Bonnie really was Adrian, but they never went there. Bonnie's still Bonnie, who is more like Adrian now than Bonnie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically. She's changed. All right. That's all I got. Anything else? Anybody think anything else? Any more fashion faux pas or fashion
Who's our Devo and Diva of the week?
Jen?
Yeah.
Not you, Jen. The other Jen.
I know. I can be a diva too.
She could be
Jennifer?
Diva of the week. See, I was going with Sami just because she was
Well,
flaunting
yeah,
her name.
she is. She's always the diva
Yeah.
when she comes back. Hurricane Sammy?
Yeah.
Ugh.
What? That's what they call her, yeah. But yeah, Sammy's a good one.
I think I'm gonna go with Jen. I think you guys have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jennifer Horton, Deborah.
Yeah,
She
just
needs to
on
be
her high.
flat.
She's on her high horse. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be
I
interesting.
mean, all the bad history in her family, all the crap they pulled.
And they can bring all that stuff out about Jennifer. I'm sure that would come up. You're
Yeah.
saying Chad's not good, but what has Chad really been in any kind of trouble? He hasn't really done anything wrong.
No.
He's boring.
He's not a DiMera. No.
He hasn't committed any crimes. I mean, what the
No,
hell?
I can't think of anything that he's done that,
No, I need a
that she can use
DNA
against
test.
him.
That man is not a DiMera.
No,
No.
I know he's not. He should have never. No. All the rest of them, yeah.
Benji wasn't a DiMera. I'm sorry. Benji was
Yeah,
too
I
nice.
I barely remember him.
Yeah. Well, he was
I
only.
remember little Benji.
Yeah, I remember little Benji too.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Right.
that's all I got.
Okay.
I think we covered it all. So what are the
Okay.
Steelers going to do tomorrow? Lose, as always? Shake your head. As bad as the Penguins.
Ah,
Penguins.
you guys think you got problems? The
Yes.
Jets and the Giants.
Yeah.
Oh, Penguins
Hey,
winning the
oh,
whole
football.
time until the end of the game, and they lost it in overtime.
Yeah.
On good football news, my high school alma mater is going to the Whippy Old Championship playing.
Very cool.
Yeah, so the last time they went to the Whippy Old Championship, I was in marching band and performing at Three River Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, so this year this Saturday they're going to be at the new stadium. I can't pronounce that word. Acrisure.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's Hinesfield.
Yes, that's how it's. Yeah.
Acrisure Stadium at Hinesfield is what you can say.
Okay.
Yes.
It'll always be Hinesfield. I have a shirt that said it'll always be Hinesfield to me.
Right. And get this, the team we actually lost to the Whitfield Championship when I was in high school is the same team we're playing next Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, freaking well, they're always
Get
in
out the old
Whitfield.
band uniform.
Yeah.
Or were you a color guard, or what were you? Were you
I was in
flag
the
girl?
flag. I was a flag girl. Yeah.
Flag girl.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't have that uniform. Yeah, it might be a little cold for that too.
Just
But
a bit.
so hopefully we get avenged, and it's so funny because the kids I went to school with are the parents of the boys on the team.
Well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're getting revenge this year for losing. I guess it was 26 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night. We'll see you guys next
Okay.
week.
All
Bye.
right. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.